So today we're going to be talking about a clutch for a 2010 Mazda 5 with a 4-cylinder motor in it. Hey YouTube, just want to shoot a quick little video. We're talking about a 2010 Mazda 5. This car has a 5-speed 4-cylinder motor in it. One of the things that I want to point out is the clutch system on this car started making some noises, and eventually it stopped pulling. And as we take this car apart, what we have found is the throwout bearing is completely destroyed, as you can see there. There's the balls there. Anyway, that's trash. So we're going to change that throwout bearing. But at the same token, even though that is the issue, we want to go ahead and change the clutch out. We're right here at the clutch. So, and as you can see from the discoloration of it, it has overheated, probably because the throwout bearing wasn't working properly. And you can see there the wear on the throwout bearing on the base of the clutch. So we're going to go ahead and change that out too. Go ahead and put another one in there. It doesn't make any sense to take this thing all the way apart that far and not do the clutch. But also, if you have a job like that and you run into something like that, don't just stop there. Go ahead and pull that clutch off. I mean, you've invested a lot of time and energy into removing the transmission. So it only makes sense to go ahead and do the clutch. It only makes sense to go ahead and do the clutch. Excuse me. It only makes sense to go ahead and do the clutch and replace it. Again, we're talking about a 2010 Mazda. One of the hardest things about this job is you have to disconnect the rear exhaust manifold. They bolted that flange to the actual block of the motor. This is an aluminum block, aluminum motor as well. So, but back to what we were talking about, the clutch. All right, we'll get the new one in, and I'll show you what's inside the package. All right, so now we have our clutch, and one of the side effects of that throwout bearing wearing out, you'll notice our clutch plate our clutch disc is worn completely out. Without that release bearing being able to release the clutch, it just allows it to sit there and spin. Of course, you know, and keep trying to drive it doesn't help either. And this side's not too bad. Notice it's even, and it hadn't worn down to the rivets, which is a good sign, because that means that we don't have too much damage on our flywheel here. See, notice we do have a few little heat stress cracks from it heating up. Again, it's heated up because of the flywheel. And then you'll notice on the inside there, you have your pilot bearing here. Okay, that'll need to be changed out as well. So here we have our new clutch kit. We have the alignment tool that comes in the box. We have the throwout bearing. This is that bearing that was torn all to pieces, as you saw previously. Then we have the disc plate. You'll notice how much thicker that is, and then you can tell on this side it's a lot thicker there as well too. It's actually got this stuff on it, the clutch material on it actually, as opposed to the one that came off of it and you saw it was all thin and worn out. Okay, so, and you also have a pilot bearing. All right, and of course, final piece. Clutch itself. Notice how nice and smooth that is. On the other one, that's worn out. I would tell you this: if you do get a clutch job and you're doing a clutch job and the flywheel is all messed up, then I would recommend replacing the flywheel. Or if you feel that it's warped or it's damaged, then replace it. If it's not too bad, then you can get it resurfaced if it's got a little warp in it. So, just a little helpful note I wanted to give you there. But we're going to go ahead and put this on and get this car back in service. I just wanted to point those little pointers out to you. If you have any questions, comments, please post chat. This is a pretty straightforward job. Let me go back to the car right quick and we'll show you a few more things on that. Alright, so as I was saying, there's your flywheel. That one doesn't look to be too bad damaged. No major scoring or crashing or gouging or anything like that. The plate, as you can see, this side was good. Not too worn, but the other side, as you can see, is completely worn down. Okay, there's no clutch material, and also you'll notice how thin that is overall. So this one is worn out. Okay, and then you'll notice the gouging on the faceplate. And then with it overheating, these little fingers in here, they'll get weak. So that's why it's best just to go ahead and replace the whole assembly whenever you're doing a clutch job. I know they'll sell these parts separate, but you know, you don't want to buy it separate and piece it together. Go ahead and get the whole kit and get the thing done right. Inside here is that pilot bearing. As you can see, it looks totally different from what the new one looks like. So we'll pull that out of there and get that together and put it back in. And then we'll have her up and running. Alright. Just want to give you a few quick pointers and tips on that, YouTube. If you have any questions or comments, again, please post, chat, subscribe, share this with the world.